and welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this episode we are going to check out the Charge Base designed for the Sony PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 digital controllers from Nyko. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Gary with Rock Solid Productions here. Now, before we dive into today's episode, I just want to take a brief second and thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here today. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel, including our unboxing of the Sony PlayStation 5 and our initial basically thoughts and feelings, as we did a couple live streams as well. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way every time we upload content, you are kept the most informed and up to date. And what I want to know from you here today, when it comes to your controllers that feature rechargeable batteries, do you prefer to just plug a cable in, or do you prefer using a charging dock? I really am curious about that, because the topic that we have here today is definitely one of those that if you prefer having some kind of a charging dock, you definitely want to keep an eye out for. So in my hands here, this is the Charge Base from Nyko, designed to charge your PlayStation 5 controllers. I'm not going to differentiate between the digital and the disc version because it's the same controller. It's the DualSense controller. It's actually a controller I've really grown to like, and I was nervous about that going into it. Now, Sony themselves have their own charging dock here, and it'll hold two controllers. It gives you an LED on the controller itself when it is charging and lets you know when it is fully charged. What I don't like about this solution is the fact that it uses its own unique power supply, meaning I can't power this for my PlayStation 5 that is simply inches away from the charging dock. It's bad, especially with a toddler in the house that likes to touch everything. Having extra power supplies and controllers and things like that just laying around, not the best solution. So recently I did take a look at the Nyko charging dock for the Xbox Series S and X and Xbox One series of controllers. God, I hate that naming structure. And I've got that guy right here, and it's something I actually really do like the way that this is designed and laid out. And this looks to be more of the same. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this, we're going to throw it on the bench, we're going to see how it comes out of the box, we're going to check the fitment, and well, since the batteries are integrated into the DualSense controller, we got to figure out how this is going to connect and charge our controller. Let's go ahead and hit the bench. So here we have the Charge Base on the bench. A little bit shorter box than what their Xbox box. Xbox box, did I really just say Xbox box? And I just said Xbox box again. A little bit shorter than what the box for the Xbox Charge Base is. So here we have where it calls out place and charge the controllers. Down below, compatible with the PS5 and the PS5 digital. Of course it would be, it's the same controller, just the systems are different. Charge-based controller charging solution. Works with the PS5, not the PS4. And here you can charge two controllers as an LED indicator, drop and charge design, and then there's social links on the back. Again, drop and charge, unique design, LED charge indicator. Oh, this is actually pretty unique here. Patented charge dongles to connect from your controller to the base itself. Comes with a USB-C cable too. Includes two patented charge dongles. Connect the patented dongle for easy drop and charge function of your Charge Base. Drop and charge, they like that saying quite a bit. Charge indicators, and then includes two charging dongles, one Charge Base, and one USB-C cable. So let's go ahead, let's open this guy up. Now if you are looking to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment where you can pick one up through our Amazon affiliate link. No discounts or anything, unfortunately, but it's one of those, it actually does help the channel if you use that. Oh, it's a tight fit, because the manual got caught underneath. That's why it was coming out kind of hard. I'll take a look at the manual in a moment here. So checking out the Charge Base itself, it again kind of has that Star Trek shuttlecraft look, or like a roller coaster car look and everything again. Woo! Space Mountain. Probably going to have LED indicators on the bottom like the Xbox One has. Same type of indicators on top. And then you do have your bays here where you will place your controller. On the back, you do have USB-C input for power, and then an output here so you can charge an additional accessory. So say for example you wanted to charge a third controller or connect another accessory, this would allow you to do that. Pretty nice. USB-C power cable, USB-A to USB-C, pretty thick cable. Now these are the dongles, and these actually looked really familiar to me, and I'm going to set this aside for a moment. They use a very similar design on one of the first Nyko products I ever reviewed here on the channel. This is their charge block for the Switch Pro controller, and basically this little dongle plugs into the Switch Pro controller. The controller sits here, and you go ahead and you charge up your Switch Pro controller without needing to have it laying on a table or a bench or anything along those lines. So this is a very just user-friendly design here that they've evolved into this unit here. Now I do want to compare it real quick to the OEM Sony one, because the Nyko one, it's bigger. There's no way to deny that. The big win for me on this is the fact that I can plug it into my PlayStation for power, where this, as I mentioned in the unboxing, it actually has its own unique power port here, so you have to use Sony's craptastic power supply. Well, it's not that bad, it's just the fact that you can't plug the other end of this into your PS5 to charge the controllers. You have to plug in another power supply. Dum 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 dum. But I mean, this definitely dwarfs the size of that, even just from a length standpoint here. Let's set this aside, and let's just check the fitment of our DualSense controller and the dongle. I'd say that's pretty much a perfect fit, quite honestly. It molds quite nicely to the outside here of the controller, and it drops right in. I mean, that's pretty simple and straightforward. Let's hook it up to power real quick. So here we have the included USB-C power cable, and I'm going to actually remove that from there for a second. I'll just plug into the back. Excellent. It's kind of what I was hoping. The side is blue where the Xbox's was green. It's a good look. I like it a lot. Now, if I remember right, when I plug this one, actually I'm going to go to the back because that should turn on the right front. Yep, and there it is. There you can see it is charging. Now, one thing I do want to check in the manual real quick is what are the LED indicators mean. So here you can see a red LED indicates the controller is charging, blue, controller is fully charged, left LED is for the charge port 1, which is the front, right LED is for charge port 2, which is in the back. I mean, just from the standpoint of not having to have a separate power supply and be able to power the charge dock off of my system, this is probably going to be my go-to charging dock. I've just not been the biggest a fan of the PlayStation one. Plus, quite honestly, with this, when it goes in, I know that it's in. I know that it's charging. There's the LED, just popped right up. There have been many times, I'm gonna pull this aside, where I've set this on here and it's like, well, am I hooked up? Am I seated properly? What's going on here? Where this is a more minimalist design, but it doesn't give me the confidence until I see the LED pop up around the DualSense touchpad that the controller is actually charging. This, all I gotta do, take it, drop it on there, we'll go to the front one, wait a few seconds, boom, it's charging. As we can see, you can kind of see it there. I don't know if my cable's long enough, there you go, there you can see that it's charging. Overall, very simple in its design, very elegant design, and it just works. Let's wrap it up. So there you have it, our look at the Nyko Charge Base for the Sony DualSense controllers for the PS5. What do I think about it? Well, I'm going to take you back to the original Nyko dock that we reviewed here on the channel over 3 years ago at this point. This again for the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It just worked. It was functional, and it helped make my gaming setup cleaner, neater, and more organized. It eliminated clutter and cables just everywhere. I really like this dock. Now, on the Sony one, as I mentioned, it didn't give me a lot of confidence that anytime that I put a controller on the charger, that it was actually charging. A lot of times I felt like I had to kind of wobble the controller on there until I saw the light come on from around the DualSense touchpad. And a lot of that, I think, is I may have it on correctly initially, but it takes a few seconds for that light to come on. There's no charging indicator on this stand, which is kind of a bummer. And I really don't like the fact that it uses its own proprietary power supply. Proprietary power supply. A little bit of alliteration for you there. I wish I could just take this and connect it to my PS5 and draw power off of that. It's right there. I wish I could do that. Or what I actually do, because my controller chargers are on the same shelf as my switch dock, I use my switch dock for power supplies for my charging stand. So that's another option out there too. I think the overall design of the PS5 Charge Base, it looks very much like their Xbox One. I wouldn't be surprised if all they're doing is, you know, this molded component is probably exactly the same between the two of them. They're swapping out the different components as far as how it's charging and connecting to the chargers themselves too. And obviously with this one, there's no battery required because it's built into the controller, unlike the Xbox One. The overall design looks great, it looks neat, it looks clean. And I love the fact that I can still connect another accessory up to that back USB port on here. So if I have, you know, another controller I need to charge or another accessory that I need to provide power to, I can do that through this. And it holds it very securely, unlike, you know, the stock Sony one where I'm afraid if I bump it, it's going to move it off of the contacts and it's no longer going to charge. But these are just my opinions. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I want to hear your opinions on this down below. And if you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook. You can visit our page at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, totally grant the fact that the PS5 is still hard to get a hold of right now. I get that. But if you are looking to pick up one of these to use for your PS5 that you're hoping to get someday, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment that will take you to our Amazon affiliate page. Now, unfortunately, there's no discounts or anything associated with that, but if you do use our affiliate link, it does actually help support the channel a little bit. Overall, I do want to thank Nyko for sending us one of these along with the Xbox Charge Base to go ahead and check out. It's a really good design and I really do like it quite a bit. I think overall, this is going to be my daily driver now moving forward, replacing that for my Sony PlayStation 5 down in my living room. My name is Gary and this has been Rock Solid Productions and our look at the Charge Base from Nyko for the PlayStation 5 DualSense Controller. And hey, why don't you check out some more videos? They're coming up right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.